Is it actually possible to retire at 45 when you have two young kids to raise? Most financial planners would tell you it's too risky. But today, we're running a 38-year historical simulation to find out. We are looking at a Singaporean couple, retiring in 1987 with a nest egg of just under $2 million. We'll track them through market crashes, raising children, and all the way to 2025. Let's see if the math holds up. First, let's meet the family. We'll call them Mr. and Mrs. Lim. They are 45 years old. They live in a fully paid-off HDB flat, and they use public transport. They have two kids, aged 13 and 14. Their target lifestyle is 6,500 Singapore dollars a month. That's a comfortable middle-class life. It covers groceries, utilities, and importantly significant spending on the kids, 1,300 Singapore dollars for enrichment classes and allowances. This isn't a rice and water retirement. They plan to live well. So, how much cash do they need to walk away from their jobs? Using the standard 4% rule, a 6,500 Singapore dollars monthly spend requires a portfolio of roughly 1.95 million Singapore dollars for the couple, or 975,000 Singapore dollars each. But here is the secret sauce: the three-phase retirement engine. Phase 1. They withdraw fully while the kids are at home. Phase 2. The kids leave the home to be independent, and that saved money gets recycled back into investments. Phase 3. CPF Life kicks in, acting as a safety floor that drastically reduces how much they need to withdraw from their portfolio. We can't talk about Singapore retirement without talking about CPF. This is their built-in safety net. By age 65, their CPF Life full retirement sum will pay out roughly 1,760 Singapore dollars per person, per month. That is guaranteed, lifelong income. When they hit Phase 3, this CPF payout covers about 57% of their total household needs. This means their investment portfolio only has to cover the remaining 43%. Plus, their medical needs are ring-fenced in MediSave, meaning their 6,500 Singapore dollars lifestyle budget doesn't get eaten up by hospital bills. Now, let's stress test this. We ran a simulation using actual market data from 1987 to 2025, investing in the MSCI World Index. Look at this graph. The blue line is their portfolio growth. The flat yellow line at the bottom is their withdrawal. You can see the volatility. There are dips, there are crashes, but look at the end result. They started with roughly 1 million Singapore dollars each. And 38 years later, despite spending heavily, they end up with over 11 million Singapore dollars. How is that possible? Let's break it down phase by phase. Phase 1 is the grind. From age 45 to 56, the kids are at home. The Lims are withdrawing the full 6,500 Singapore dollars every month. Notice the years 1990 and 1991. The Gulf War crash hits the market. Their portfolio takes a hit, dropping by over 16%. This is the sequence of returns risk, the danger of retiring right before a crash. But because they have a long timeline, they don't panic, they keep spending, and the market eventually recovers. Then, the turning point. Phase 2. The kids turn 25 and become independent. Suddenly, the 1,300 Singapore dollars a month they were spending on the kids is freed up. But here is the magic. They don't spend it, they recycle it. They take that 650 Singapore dollars per person and shove it right back into the portfolio. This is the supercharge phase. Even though the dot-com bubble bursts in 2000, their portfolio explodes upwards because they are saving aggressively while the market is still relatively young. Finally, Phase 3. Age 65 onwards. Two things happen here. 1. CPF Life starts paying out, so they barely need to touch their main portfolio. 2. The kids' savings from Phase 2 are still compounding inside the account. Then, 2008 happens. The global financial crisis. The market crashes by 41%. In a normal retirement, this would be catastrophic. But look at the net draw column. Because CPF is paying the bills, they don't have to sell their stocks at the bottom. They wait it out. By 2025, the portfolio has recovered to over 5.8 million Singapore dollars per person. Let's look at the milestones. At age 57, when the kids left, their portfolio was already at 2.5 million Singapore dollars each. At age 66, during the GFC, their portfolio dipped but stayed well above their initial nest egg. And by age 83, they haven't just survived, they have thrived. They preserved their purchasing power for nearly 4 decades. So, what did this family achieve? They raised 2 kids. They lived a 6,500 Singapore dollars per month lifestyle. They survived 3 major market crashes. And they never ran out of money. Key takeaways? 1. Kids, once they become independent, the money you stop spending on them is powerful fuel for compounding. Inflation. Growth in equity outpaced inflation. CPF is a floor. It prevented them from panicking during the 2008 crash. The verdict? Starting with 975,000 Singapore dollars each, they ended with 5.82 million Singapore dollars each. As a couple, they grew 1.95 million Singapore dollars into 11.64 million Singapore dollars. This blueprint proves that with a paid-off home, no car, and a disciplined recycle your savings strategy, early retirement with a family isn't just a dream, it's a mathematically sound reality. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is a historical simulation for educational purposes. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and investing involves risk. Always consult a licensed financial advisor before making big decisions. You've just seen how we're turning data into wealth. If you want more insights like this, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share and comment below to discuss what similar videos you'd like to see next.